Hey, thanks, Jim. Thanks, thanks, Ann. Thanks, everyone, for joining this great meeting. My name is Amir. I'm founder and CEO of EAGLE. We are up in Canada, a Canadian company based in Toronto and Waterloo. We do have an office in California, in San Jose. We sort of oversees our operation in US. What EAGLE is a computer vision AI company. Basically, we use existing security cameras infrastructure, equip that with our AI solution to provide analytics on how people are using the facility. And with the rise of COVID-19, we brought up a new application to the sort of data that we are collecting. I always start my presentation with this quote from Bill Gates, who sort of forecasted this current pandemic 2 years ago, saying that a pandemic will come and around 30 million people will be impacted, and we should be prepared like we are prepared. Our story, we have a pre-COVID story where we were servicing verticals like recreation, entertainment, retail to address problems like rent or space optimization, staff planning, and energy and water optimization, which all three of them are sort of the three large line item in budget sheet of facility operation, using the total solution of video analytics and image processing to see what is the behavior of people in that facility or in the building. How? Like this, we were present in commercial space, shopping mall, retail stores, airport, or any sort of indoor facility, using the existing security system and provide analytics on those feed live. Map the density of people on the layout of the facility, show the traffic flow of people, so how people are using the facility. Now, with the rise of COVID-19, we brought the same core technology, same core AI platform from inside the facility to the entrance to address two main concerns at the beginning. Number one, you got capacity restriction to enforce social distancing. Two, reading people's body temperature as the number one symptom of COVID-19. What challenge we are addressing? Obviously, COVID-19 is the big challenge, but what comes with COVID-19 is two main challenges. One is the information and data availability, meaning that if government, if insurance companies know what's going on, how many people are at risk, where and what time, so they can strategize accordingly. And second is the operation interruption. Right now, with the closure of our economy, all operations are interrupted anyway. But when reopening starts and people start going back to work, you want to know who has symptoms, who has not, and what to what extent that measurement and monitoring has to happen. With COVID-19, we see the same problem across all the verticals, and that's what we see interest from all the verticals to a technology. Now, I categorize the challenges to operation and information challenge. You start with operation. You got crowd monitoring issue. You got large number of employees coming into work in a short period of time, and you cannot afford spending 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and in some cases a minute per employee just to monitor their body temperature. You got labor cost and labor issues. You can't have 2 to 3 employees per entrance just for the sake of reading temperature or asking question, coming with cost. You got technology deficiency problem. That all these cameras that we go out and purchase, it says stay at a fixed distance from the camera and look at the camera. That means that at its best case, it's still I have to waste 10 seconds to 15 seconds per employee or a staff or visitors to. All corporations are across US and Canada. They got hundreds of facilities. If they want to buy a camera per entrance, you are looking at millions of dollar investment just for COVID-19. Now, there have to be a use for that investment after COVID-19. These are operational challenge. And then information challenges, where these people are, where are the high risk people, where and what time. So companies, government, insurance can strategize. What we do, a similar solution that we had before. Bringing a camera, equip that with your software, make it capable of multiple use, counting people, staff planning, body temperature monitoring, see how people are using that facility even after COVID-19. We bring our core expertise to the game here, which is crowd monitoring. That means that every camera with our software is capable of monitoring 450 square feet area as people are going through without any interruption, without slowing down, without having them stay in line. They go as they used to go, and the temperature is being scanned. A brand agnostic software, so we're not a product, we don't sell hardware, we work with different brands, equip them with our software, make it a total solution that is capable of crowd. And by crowd, I mean companies like automotive that have 1,500 workers coming in a short period of half an hour to work. Crowd like Canada Day crowd, 4th of July crowd, that people are going for sport events or entertainments, and you want to make sure that people that have symptoms are flagged. And more importantly, privacy compliancy and other features. We put together a table that sort of compare our solution, which is EAGLE, with the other competition that we have in the market. So in general, we categorize all the thermal solution or product in three categories. From right to left, from thermal gun is sort of showing the evolution of thermal scanning. Obviously, thermal guns, everyone is familiar with that. Need a dedicated person to work with it, and it is a low-cost solution. Moving to next is the regular thermal cameras. Those are the ones that does not distinguish between the human and the surrounding environment. So if it's providing you with a heat map, you need a person to look at this, to look at the screen and distinguish between human and probably the wall behind it. So again, you need another dedicated staff to work with it. And the best and advanced technology in the market is AI-based thermal cameras that they do face detection, but still, with that, you got privacy concern, you got people have to go one by one, and again, at its best case, you are wasting or spending 15-second minimum per employee, which is sort of interrupting. And then ours, as an unmanned solution that is capable of crowd monitoring, makes it sort of put us in a unique position to face a very high growth in a very short period of time, that we had to increase our team size by 50% from 10 to 15, and now on the way to get to 25 employees in the next 3 months, and fundraising as well. More importantly, looking at the post-COVID application of the asset and helping customers to use that upfront money for post-COVID application. For example, you still need people counting, you still need to know what is the demography of people coming in or how people are using the facility using the same asset, or at this minimum using it as a security camera. Our business model is pretty simple, is a hardware fee per package plus software fee. Can be as easy as an tripod installation, which is out of the box, easy to use, or can be as dedicated as mounting on a wall in a large exhibition place with 30 entrances, with all of them being integrated, similar to a comprehensive security system. Market size, obviously the numbers are coming out for market size of thermal camera during the COVID, but pre-COVID estimation was a $3.4 billion in 2020 to go up to $4.6 billion by 2025, which 25% of that is in pretty much US and Canada. But obviously this is a pre-COVID estimation. The new estimation is much higher than that. I do have a demo which and yeah, so feel free to reach out for any question. We both operate in US and Canada, and available for service. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, Amir. This is really good. Any questions and answers? Any questions? Sorry, I used the Q&A feature, the question and answer feature at the bottom of the screen. Amir, I have a question for you. If you have a camera package and a software package, does there Do they have to have, are they standardized across sizes of rooms, or a volume of people that are filling those rooms? How does this work?
No, great question. So if our instruction follows, that means installation at 20 feet to 15 feet at an angle of 70 degree, then the system can provide at maximum 450 square feet per camera. And now how many now, so and that covers pretty much whatever is below that. So, and that coverage area is also customizable as well. So like airports, they want to have it in line, so that monitoring area can be customizable. It's not always a rectangle. That's totally customizable. Can be a circle, and these are all drawable sort of by customers. So they draw their monitoring zone themselves the way they want it. Now, how many people instantaneously can be monitored? How many people fit in 450 square feet? Or those are the people that can instantaneously can monitor.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of questions have come through already. These are more related to stuff that's kind of more investor kind of questions. What was your revenue run rate before COVID, and revenue growth rate before COVID?
Sure. Our original AI platform commercialization started September 2019, so roughly like 5 months before COVID started. We had traction here in Canada, in Ontario, in BC, in Florida, in US, and in Shanghai, in China. Was close to revenue of $50,000 US. We had a sales funnel of $200,000-300,000 waiting for purchase order, which COVID-19 stopped them all. Now, with the rise of COVID, we introduced this new product in a very short period of time. We did a quick pivot, built up on our existing platform. And just over the last 6 weeks that we commercializing this product, we just passed $100,000 revenue in US and Canada, and on the way to get to $4.9 million by end of 2020.
Okay. Have you thought about using metal detector frames as part of like an entrance or scanning?
The advantage of this technology is that by itself, you don't need any extra item. So it is a very non-invasive, non-intrusive solution. Now, if any other solution is going to be involved, the system is also integrable through either on-site, through different sort of protocol, or on the cloud through API. Yeah, and bear in mind that this is not a cloud computing solution. As you can see in this picture, there is a computer box here. So that's a small box we call intelligent box, customized by ourselves. That's where all the image processing and video analytics is happening on site within the premise of customer.
Okay. What if someone already has a camera? Can they integrate it into the system, or is something specialized, more specialized required?
So great question. It is integrable. It is also integrable to the existing security system. We already on Milestone security platform, so a lot of customers should know that. But we use specific models in every brand. Our feature is crowd monitoring. So we are looking for larger view angles of the camera. So the larger the view is, obviously, the better coverage area we can get. And more importantly, we use a dual lens camera or bispectrum cameras, meaning that there is one regular CCTV lens and there is a thermal lens that makes it capable of both crowd monitoring and thermal scanning at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah.
From a low-hanging fruit perspective for the technology, what opportunities make the best sense from a use and cost perspective?
Wherever there is a crowd coming in. So companies with large number of employees, food and pharma, food and beverage, automotive industry, public places, entertainment industry, basically anywhere that you got more than that you cannot, that is spending even 15 seconds per employee, sort of interrupting your operation.
Casinos, things like that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Retailers are our biggest customers.
Okay.
Yeah.
temperature scanning, how accurate would the camera be in identifying a person which has a temperature above an X?
So the accuracy is below 0.5 degrees C or 0.8 degree F, and that's what it should be for a human. And that's also based on the guideline of FDA or Health Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does the system alert if there's a person that needs to have further investigation? I mean, given that the face is not identified of the person, how is a security person warned of a person that might be potentially high risk?
Sure. We will have it in demo after we share that. It shows the notification. So on the on-site access, obviously there is a display. That display, once someone has fever, it shows them as red. It'll start flashing. It'll start beeping, and these are optional. And the information up with a snapshot of that individual unmasked for the second screening process or notification. And we have also, if they are using our cloud service, then email notification also will be sent out.
Okay. Specifically about competitors, I saw that you had a slide there that had competitive technologies. What about competitive companies? What other companies are in the market that are doing something similar?
I mean, interestingly, our competition, our product is like camera producers are our competition here, which we work with them, and we equip our software. We equip their camera with our software. So so that's that. And on crowd monitoring piece, we are unique in US and Canada. There is no we monitor all our competition all the time through our advisor, our team. On the crowd monitoring side, we are unique, and by crowd I mean large crowd at the same time, like crowd that in Canada, we are accommodating 1,100 scan per camera per hour for 1st of July Canada Day. So on the crowd monitoring thing, we have no competition. On being an unmanned solution, also we are sort of unique.
Okay. Have time for just a few more questions. So so I have a couple here. Is it possible to do some ongoing thermal monitoring of a space since someone might have a 24/7 operation? I mean, can you provide continual service for a space that's operating at 24/7?
This is by default continuous.
Okay.
Yeah, this is by default similar to a security camera. It is running 24/7, no matter if you have someone dedicated to that or not. It sees people, it detects them, and send notification. It is an unmanned solution.
Okay, so what from a post-COVID-19 perspective, how many potential customers do you have for that so far, and what have you learned from any discussions that you've currently had with that?
So post-COVID, mainly right now are retailers, and that's what really they pick us over the ROC product, because what really for retailers is important is that what is the flow of people coming to every entrances, and at what time they are coming, and more importantly, what is the age or gender of them. So they are really interested in terms of in looking into analytics of the crowd as people are coming in. So retailers are the biggest one. Going back to companies that deal with the staff, manufacturing facility or construction is more on just counting people and how people are using their facility for better redesigning that space.
Okay.
And so gradually after the COVID, they expand the camera system to inside the facility for those sort of analytics. So think about it that way. You got a camera that is your security system. You use the analytics of software for your space planning, for labor planning. By when we provide how many visitors you should be expecting in future, then you can plan your staff accordingly. And your energy management, your ventilation system have to be controlled based on number of people. And so this camera doing that job as well by integrating to your building management system and providing occupancy data to ventilation system.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. That's all we have time